Okay, this is an unboxing video for the Nerf Rival Nemesis package I got earlier in the week. I bought it off Gumtree from a seller called Matt, who's down in Berrydale in Tasmania. I paid $180 for this to be express posted, delivery the next day to my door. It's the Nerf Rival Nemesis, the Nerf Rival battery pack, and 50 rounds of Nerf ammo. And it was $180. These are extremely difficult to get in Australia, so you might find an occasional seller on eBay, but apart from that, you're going to have to go to Gumtree and try and find it there. Okay, so this is the Nerf Rival battery pack. It works with all the Nerf Rival flywheel blasters. Okay, it comes with a battery cord and the battery pack itself. It's extremely light. It's a lot lighter than having 6 D-cell batteries, which is what the Nemesis Rival Blaster takes. Battery is completely sealed. There's no exposed terminals, so you can't accidentally earth it or whatever. The terminals are completely sealed, and they only sort of open up when the battery slides in. It's quite light. Doesn't take that long to charge. I'm not sure if it lasts longer than the D-cells, but it certainly gives the blaster a bit of a voltage boost. And separately, I think I saw it advertised for about 65 Australian dollars. So it's quite expensive, but I think it's worth it. The instructions just tell you how to plug it in and what the flashing lights mean, and how to put it into the blaster. As you can see, it's completely sealed. There's no exposed terminals or exposed bits of metal for it to accidentally earth itself. The plug is obviously a US plug, so you're going to need to get an adapter for it to work here in Australia. It can only charge one way. It just sort of clips in. And then you put it to your adapter, which you can buy at any junk shop. Flashes 3 times to let you know it's charging properly. 3 red flashes, and then you can just set it aside. It doesn't take that long to charge. It's actually really good. Okay, so I also got 50 Rival Nerf rounds with my package. They're quite expensive if you buy them separately and off eBay or whatever. Sometimes they can even work out to be 50 cents a round, so they're quite expensive. Headshot rounds are good. So it's good that Matt, the seller from Tasmania, included 50 in this package. The box when it arrived was quite big. The Nerf Rival Nemesis is quite a large blaster. I was surprised at how big the box was and how heavy it is. It's a lot bigger than what it looks like on screen. You can see how big and unwieldy the box is. It's difficult to control with one hand. Okay, let's have a look at what the box says. Fully motorized, velocity 100 feet per second, 30 meters per second there. This is obviously the US version with the orange trigger. There's some of the accessories you can get. Different, there's the Artemis. Okay, red team, blue team. Matt, the seller from Tasmania, only had red left, so I bought red. Compatible with the Nerf Rival rechargeable battery pack. Good, because I bought it. Okay, there's some more of the red versus blue team. There's some of the propaganda there. Okay, let's get this thing out of the box. It already comes with 100 Rival rounds, so that's good. That's value for money right there. Also, headshot rounds are good. If you can find headshot rounds, they're also very, very good. Okay, instructions. Let's have a look at instructions. They tell you how to remove the hopper in case of a jam, how to install the battery pack, the trigger locks, the fact that the blaster will fire semi-auto and full auto. Again, removing the hopper, clearing jams. It's all intuitive anyway, even without instructions. It wouldn't take long to work out what's going on. Alright. This thing is really big. You'll be surprised when you see it in the flesh how big it is. Okay, bit of safety cardboard, foldable sights. It comes open. Alright, so it's shut the hopper there. It won't fire with the hopper open. There's a switch. And that's how to remove the hopper to clear jams. If we look inside, we can see the flywheels. Flywheels there. We can see the feeding mechanism, the little belt that feeds the rounds in. The agitator, which agitates the rounds to make them line up. And the hopper just pops back in. That black sight sort of clips it in there, and it's nice and firm. It's not wobbling around or anything. We can see some of the attachment points. Alright, let's open up the battery area. Single Phillips head screw. Pop it open. Battery tray, which takes 6 D cells, which would make it a lot heavier. And this battery pack is very light. Clips in nicely, it won't move around. The blaster will fire with it just sitting in there. You can hear the flywheels and the agitator. You can see the agitator spinning and the belt feeding the rounds into the flywheel. The back clips in. There's a little switch under the screw. I'm not sure what that little switch does. There's a little button there. Certainly doesn't matter if it's screws in or not. It fires without it, so I'm not quite sure what that is. Maybe it's, I don't know, some sort of safety thing. Okay, that's sitting in there nicely. Let's do it up. Okay. It's very powerful. Open the hopper. Let's put these rival rounds in. And this is going to be kind of awkward. One-handed. Let's try it. Okay, yeah, okay, I think, no, alright, no, okay. Well, that was a fail. Well, whatever. Okay, so here it is finished with all the rounds in there. A little bit less than 100. Okay, I put a GoPro mount there on the battery tray cover. As you can see, the blaster's a bit wobbly, so I wouldn't be setting it down in a hurry, it'll fall over. I've put the GoPro mount off-center a little bit, because the GoPro lens is off-center. But when you put the GoPro on, the lens should be right above the center line and above the sights. I've placed it back here just so you can, when you're filming, you can sort of see the sights in the foreground and then what you're shooting at. You can certainly mount the GoPro a little bit further along, but I found that it's a pretty good spot just to mount it there. That is, you can sort of see through. Alright, let's take it to our makeshift firing range. And let's see how it fires. Let's do a firing test. Let's see how wobbly it is. Okay. Locked and loaded. I've got 3 victims. I've got Cthulhu. I've got Garuk. And I've got some sort of baby with a knife. These are all pop art vinyl, those bobblehead things. Alright, here we go. You can see the rate of fire. Yeah, you don't want to be hit in the face with one of these. They shoot pretty hard and pretty fast. And they leave rival rounds everywhere. It's a big mess, but it's a lot of fun. And I'm just going to blast these things till they fall off.